All right, y'all, what's happening? This is Lonnie Fox Raymond. I am live. Running a little test. We've got a 9-ball tournament going on today here at the ACS Indiana Association Indiana State Championships. Uh, so this is a smaller event played on Valley 7-foot bar tables. Is a great group of people here. I'm familiar with most of the people involved in this organization. Pretty excited to do this. I'm just running through, do some sound checks, and kind of just check out what's going on in the room. Here, guys, I'll pull back. So this is just one room. This is just one room. I'll swing around so you guys can check that out. This is just one room. There are 2 rooms full of pool tables, but this one particular room has the 6 main tables that they use, obviously for finals and etc., things like that, which is way cool. So pretty excited to be here. I want to say thanks to Cecil Messer, as well as Julianne Mitchell, Walt Wesley, John Stitch, Pat McMullen, Dan Taylor, just for bringing me in and asking me to jump on board for this event. I am new to the Compusport scoring for this particular event, so you guys, if I drop the ball there, I apologize. I'm going to try to get it figured out. We are really excited to be here. The 9-ball event starts really soon. I'm just waiting for the brackets to go live. Yeah, all the brackets will be on Compusport. Trying to check that out. Get started. I do have some background music going on because our mics have to be. I am right in the middle of the room, and there's a lot of music around me. So if it's chopping in and out, I apologize for that. But being that we're on YouTube, obviously, I don't have much matter. That is Pat McMullen walking up at the moment. Guys, let me just mute my mic. I'll be right with you. All right, folks, so have a couple people stop in, try to figure out exactly what's going on here. I am trying to locate, at the moment, I'm trying to locate the bracket. So if they would refresh and start the men's bracket, I would find it. There it is. Let's see who's on tape 1. Try to load 1. All right, table 1. Table 1 looks like it's going to be Mike Steele and John Stahlbaum. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Going to try to find their score. Folks, like I said, their music is really loud here. So I'm going to do a few things to get us set up. See if I can get their scoreboard up. Capture. It's going to be new. Compusport doesn't have a live. I'm going to try to steal the score sheet from online, and then I'm going to place it into our stream. So you guys bear with me. This is going to be interesting. So this is our score sheet. If I can make it a little bigger, I would. But it looks like, so Mike Steele is going to be on the left. John Stolbaum is going to be on the right. I'm going to try to bring, there we go. Right, so that is it. All right. Now, I have got to try to get our chat up. Uh-oh. I'll bring it back, I promise. So race to 4, 9 ball. Learning all the rules, so I apologize. Get it all figured out, I promise. Oh. Good, if you're out there in the chat world, make sure you say hello. Make sure you can let me know if you guys can hear me. I know it's going to be a little choppy. I apologize for that, but we'll get it fixed up. Definitely get that fixed up for you. Okay, we're going to scoreboard back up. Good. I know it's going to be difficult because I have to play some background music in order for the bots that don't get me on it. Thick in the background here. Apologize for that. I'm not exactly sure. Up. Right. So these guys don't have jerseys on. But, oh man, stunner there. Got to keep all the poppin' spot. Let me know how the sound is at home, guys. I haven't really messed with my audio. I need you guys to let me know that. shot. I mean, he has an opportunity. Valley 7 foot. So roll this side. Nothing wrong with that. Wrong with that at all. And I can always turn my volume up if I'm a little too quiet for you guys at home. I can definitely turn my volume up so that you guys can hear me a little bit better if there's a problem with that. I actually just made an adjustment, so hopefully that'll make the sound over the music in the background much better. So he came a little short there, so he swung for the fences on that one. You know, he could have maybe even opted for a safety play, but I guess you just don't know how you're hitting the balls if you don't you swing for one, right? Oh, he's gonna slop it in though. Well, that counts in 9-ball, so nothing wrong with that. He'll take it. Needs to make this one. Yeah. That worked out nicely for this gentleman. I think this is John. I might be wrong, but we're gonna find out. So this place is pretty cool. It's got a balcony that runs across the backside of the room. After this gentleman makes the 9, I'll kind of pull it back so you guys can see. Oh, oh. All right, well, he stayed down. He stayed down all the way through for him. All right, so I'm going to just do a quick scroll around the room so you guys can see. So this right here, first off, there's a little pit over here, and that's where all of the tournament direction is going on. Some poles in the way. I apologize. It's kind of awkward, right? So you got Cecil Messer and Julian Mitchell, as well as Walter. They are running the show here for the ACSIA. And then there's a balcony that runs all the way around the room. Now, mind you, where we're at, there's only 6 pool tables, but there's a whole nother side room that has multiple tables in it, and a big old jukebox. So we're gonna get back to the match here. I don't know who won that, if they're not scoring, or I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I'm trying to keep the scores. We're learning. We're gonna get it all figured out. So, and I don't know a lot of these players, so it's a little more difficult for me. So if you do know these guys, make sure that you let them know that they're being streamed, right? I can't tag somebody I don't have on my Facebook, so if you do know these guys, please tag them, let them know. And if you do happen to know which one's which, that would be great too, because they started and I wasn't sure, or else I would have introduced myself and tried to figure out who was who. Oh, we lost the rock. This gentleman, the score is currently 1-0. It is a race to 4. This place is pretty cool. Like, it's not big enough to do a huge event, but for the size of this organization, it's very small. For the size of this organization, it's a great venue. He's gonna come over and bump that 9. He may be sitting real good. Let's go to our side view. Let's see how that's doing. Oh, right in the way. Of course he is, right? He kicks it in, folks. I like that. I think he's in trouble on this 5. He's gonna have to kick out table. 9-ball, right? So fortune does favor the bold sometimes. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, so we're gonna see what's going on here. This gentleman, he's really only had a couple of really strange situations. He broke and lost the rock, so we'll see. Oh, nice safety. Hit that really good. Oh, swish. That's 2 great kick shots in 1 rack. What? Nobody's that good. Please, if you're watching and you could stop into the chat, just pull up the chat box and let me know you're watching so I can kind of make sure my chat box is working. I have no idea if it's working or not. Right. All right, there we go. Score's 2-0. I don't know who's who. And I don't know which player is which, so I'm having a hard time figuring out that exactly. Because they're not using their live scoring. All right, let's see. I'm going to mute my mic, guys, for just a second. Enjoy the music we got playing in the background. I'm going to try to figure out who's who. All right, thanks. All right, so it looks like he's gotten himself on the board. Because they're not scoring their own matches, the score is currently 2-1 for the older gentleman here that's getting ready to rack. But because I don't know which one's which, I have no idea what they're, you know, how to put it in the scoreboard, right? So we know it's 2-1 in favor of this gentleman right here. Mike is in the baseball hat. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you, Pat. He's got me. Okay, perfect. So Mike is not scoring. We're going to do that for him really quick. John. All right, looks like we got it figured out. The score is currently 2-1, John over Mike. Thanks to Pat, his help there. We appreciate that. I was trying to figure it out. I wish they would just score their tablets, right? But they don't really have a tablet that they could. I think they get a message on their phone, and I think it should be a pre-requirement if they're playing on the stream table that they have to score their match. It does make my life easier considering I don't know these gentlemen. So a couple crazy things. Like I feel as though Mike has not been really fortunate, and I feel as though John has, you know, he's made a great messe. He's made a great kick shot. Look at this. He's gonna go all the way back around. Look at, come on, folks. John, nobody. That's clean living right there. Right? Four-wheeler to get a clean hit. And he gets a good hit, and he leaves Mike very awkwardly here. Now, Mike should be okay to pocket the one. I don't think it should be a problem. And although he does have a clean sight on the two, it's not, you know, the most desirable position. He can bank it. He could also play a safety. I mean, the 5-ball's sitting up there waiting for a cue ball to come underneath it, so he really could do a couple different things here. All right, so he just went super offensive. And being that it's a race to 4, I think fortune does favor the bold, and I think sometimes you kind of have to, right? Like, you just need that one rack to get back in the match. Fantastic. So there he has it. This is a good look for Mike. I think he's sitting all right. Yeah. A little bit of draw. He can just come back up to the center of the table because really he doesn't want to bump. He doesn't want to bump the 9. Oh, so yeah, there you go. Nice shot. Now here he may have to accept a little bit of a longer shot because drawing out of this can be quite dangerous. The side pocket is real big from this angle. Like that. Oh, I never like that. Sometimes you're just better off to play it short of the side pocket and come 2 rails back across, accepting a little bit longer shot, but you're playing on a 7-foot table. So the longer shot's really not that long. You know, you're able to do more from a distance than you are per se if you were in that ratio of distance on a 9-foot table. So, you know, once again, Mike's giving up an opportunity. John's going to come out favorable here. The only real hope that Mike has is that John doesn't get on the 9 ball. No, if he just stop shots this 7 ball, though, he's natural from the 8 to the 9. Doesn't even have to do anything to make it happen. Well, he just drew. You can't draw the ball, though. See, now he's straight. The best he's got here is to shoot this ball with a ton of left-hand English and try to spin it out of there, right? With draw. I don't like going forward because it doesn't really get you anywhere. Yeah, you're almost going to have to throw it in with some spin, draw. Yeah, there we go. Good shot. I mean, at least he's, you know, it's tough, but I mean, it could have been a lot worse if he wouldn't have gotten it down to that half of the table. Oh, this is a tough one. He's got to stretch. We all know how uncomfortable this can be. Wiped its feet a little bit, but it got there. All right, 3-1 in favor of John. Don't forget, guys, if you are watching and you are from, you know, ACS here in Indiana, make sure that you guys share the stream. We want to try to get as many people watching as possible. Especially, I mean, I know the 9 ball is not that big here at this event, but still, the more views we get, the more people know to subscribe to the channel, and then they'll get notified whenever we're live. So, don't forget. Do all the things, people. Things are share, like, and subscribe. Those are the things. So there's some people involved here at the ACSIA. It's the Indiana Association of American Compusports. And I want to say thanks to Dan Taylor, to Pat McMullen, Julianne Mitchell, Walt Wesley, of course, John Stitch, my boy Cecil Messer. Thank you guys for bringing me in and having a little faith in me to bring this stream to you guys at home. So I want to say thanks to those people and for just all the hard work that they do with ACS and having all these state tournaments. And they have quite a few. So so shout out to them. I know quite a few people who play in these events and they love it here. So. Mike just really can't get nothing going. It's unfortunate, but it really is. He's sitting in a bad spot. Like nothing good happening for this guy. I mean, he banked one in the last track. Maybe that, you know, that'll continue. But at this point, John's on the hill, so he's either got to go offensive and get real aggressive and make sure he's making the balls, or he needs to start playing real tight safeties. Not terrible. That's a great shot. Cue ball got underneath the orange or the purple 4. I mean, that's probably the best possible scenario that could have happened for Mike. So he's gonna, looks like John is elevating, swerving per se. Pull a little swerve action on that ball. All right, well. This is a good opportunity for Mike, but I would really, really try to get there here. I mean, he doesn't have any room for error at this point. A little bit of draw. Should be okay. Yeah, perfect. Doesn't require a lot. This is probably going to be the key shot, the 3 to the 4. He's going to want to make sure he gets back. Now, personally, because this angle here, we're going to look at this a little bit more. I would try to come on the high side of the 5 like that. I wouldn't try to go between the 2 balls. It's a smart shot. But I don't know if the 5 goes past the 9. So whether or not it's a stop shot or a positional shot is, you know, we'll about to find out. Okay, so a little bit of draw action. Nothing wrong with that. And the 6 and 7 are right in front of pockets. I mean, he's sitting well in this rack. Oh, yeah. So, I know this is tough, right? He needs angle anyway, right, to get back to that end of the table for the 9. So I would just roll the ball in and take a little bit of angle like that. And then he has options. He can go 3 rails around with a high left-hand spin like this and get perfect, or he could have just drew it back out to the center of the table. Totally a preference there. All right, look at that. Mike's on the board. Three to 2 in favor of John. I do think this is alternate break format. Julian gave me a little piece of paper with some of the details about the matches. So these are races to 4 and 4 on both sides, double elimination. So that's cool. They also have a seniors 8-ball. So that's kind of cool. That starts at 5 o'clock tonight. And then tomorrow at 9 a.m. starts the Scotch doubles. And then there's an advanced master advanced Scotch doubles as well. So I'm learning some of the divisions here at the ACS. Good organization, lots of fun stuff. They try to provide cool events for their players. There are ACS leagues all over. So if you're not familiar, go to their website, check it out, see what you can come up with. All right, folks. I don't get the best signal service in this room. I'm not exactly sure why, but my cell phone's not really responsive in here. All right. See what's going on with my music. Yeah, the music here is really loud, and so to be honest with you, it's a bit of a conundrum for me as a streamer, because if I monetize my channel, the background music, and I get copyright nailed, it's not good for me as a streamer. I heard the jukebox in the other room, but I didn't know that the jukebox in this room was so loud. And so I have some noise gates on. It's going to kind of make me sound like I'm chopping in and out, but that's the only way I can do it and monetize this stream with the music being so loud in this room. If they were able to turn it down a little bit, it'd probably be a little bit easier on me. I'm almost afraid to try to monetize the stream, if that tells you anything. So I do have the noise gates on. I'm playing background music to try to confuse the bots, the powers that be that can catch me if I'm playing copyright music on my stream. But ultimately, that's just, you know, what happens when you stream on YouTube. So did this gentleman, what happened? Hold on just a second, folks. You guys enjoy the music. I've got to step out. All right, guys. So they have finished the match. John did make the 9 in on the break. He won the match. It was very quick. And then someone actually walked up to speak to me in the booth, and which is not really a booth. It's just kind of a table set in the middle of the room. And so I'm trying to talk to people. It's, I'm not used to that because with the tour, I'm always like kind of packed away. But here they've got me in the middle of the room. So I am trying to get everything set. Everything is a little off for me right now. And I'm trying to avoid their music because it's a lot. But we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we're going to try to get this next match up on there. So you guys, I'm trying to see if I can catch some of my music playing in the background. All right, I'm going to try to catch the next score sheet. I do believe that Pat McMullen will be on the stream next, if I'm correct. And yeah, so stay tuned. Lots more stuff to go today.